Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. Today I have a special for you, means a lot of new shooters, some prototypes and some products that you can already buy. And I'd like to start with this one. It's the Gearhead Archery T15 Slingbow Hybrid. Let me show you its features. You're gonna hear that often today. I already showed you this bow before. When I was in Vegas, I was able to shoot a little bit with it. But there's been so much demand that we decided to also carry it in the store. So you can actually buy this product now. If you're from Germany or from Europe, you can buy it in our store. Link down below. This is the most expensive slingbow on the market, but it's also the coolest one. So as you see, it has rubber bands as the main power source, but there's also a bow limb, which is flexible material. So actually when you draw back the bow, you're going to see this in a short while, then you can see that this also stores a part of the energy, and also it makes the bow really singing. It is superbly manufactured. These are all parts machined from aircraft grade aluminum, really nice. It has a wrist brace, which is really making it more comfortable to shoot. I know, people from Germany will now say it's illegal because it's a slingshot with a wrist brace, but we clarified this with the authorities. This is a bow and not a slingshot, because it is absolutely impossible to shoot like steel balls with it. This is a pure arrow shooter and therefore it's a bow. The big advantage of this bow versus other sling bows, which are really just a normal Y-frame with an arrow rest instead of just a fork, the thing is that this releases far more cleanly, because this hits the stoppers here and then the arrow can travel on and be released very cleanly, which is really important for accuracy. There is a left-handed and a right-handed version, depending on what side you prefer. The bow is expensive, although it's superbly made, as I already said. It costs $379 in the US, and in Germany it costs 499 euros, and that is partly because of the value-added tax, which is 19% in Germany, but also higher in other parts of Europe. If you look into buying a product from made in the US and you see the price advertised in the US, you have to realize, if you are from Europe, that when you fetch this at the customs office after you imported it, you have to pay at least 20% import tax, and sometimes there is even tariffs on it. But also you have to calculate that there is transportation, and if you want an insured parcel, it can be quite expensive. So it's not unusual to pay like 100 euros just for transportation and insurance. Plus also this will have like 19% value-added tax applied to it. Therefore, it is no wonder that American products often appear very expensive when offered in Europe. This bow has a few advantages over normal sling bows. First of all, you can use this edge here for aiming, which is really nice. Also, you have these tunnels here, and when you draw out the bow, you can make sure that the rubber strings are not touching the tunnel walls here, and then you will know that you hold it right, and the shot will be very precise. Okay, let's shoot a few arrows. Let's look at how we hit. I think that's a very consistent group for a sling bow, don't forget. I know, for that price you can get an AK, blah blah blah. But this isn't an AK. This is a fun bow, and I love the craftsmanship made in the US. Very, very good material for a slingshot enthusiast like myself. This is a perfect product. It has a limited market, but enthusiasts will really appreciate it, I'm sure. Actually, if you want a bow like that and you can't afford it, I plan to also make one from plywood and teach people how to do it. And I will do this in a few installments, but I won't publish the videos here. I will publish them on my Patreon page, which you are very welcome to visit. Down there is the link. For those of you who love compound bows, I have another treat for you. This is the Gearhead T18. A fantastic bow. It's probably the best small bow on the market. but it's also one of the most expensive ones. Let me show you its features. So this is a compound bow, as you see. It has the wheels here, and it is made from just the greatest materials. It is so light, and look how small it is. It's actually not much larger than the T15. It has the same handle, but it's mounted straight. What I really love about this bow is that everything shoots right through the center. So this means there is no sideways angle or something. It just goes right through the middle. And of course, like all bows of that category, it comes naked. So you have to install your own D-loop. You have to install your own peep sight, like this one here. You have to install your own front sight. And also the arrow rest is yours to decide upon. And I settled for this combo, which works really nice for me. I sighted the bow in a little bit, but of course I still have to adjust it for the different distances. I can tell you it's amazing. It's a 70-pound version. They also have 40, 50 and 60 pounds, so 70 is the heaviest. The draw is not so long, it's only like a 25-inch draw, but you can simply compensate by using one of their special arrow releases, which are a bit longer, so that you can really draw it out into the full. But this, of course, is a weapon for compact and hidden shooting. So you can actually sit on a tree stand or something, very legal. In Germany it's not legal to hunt with bows. So you can just use this from out of an ambush and shoot from a sitting position, which I think is really amazing. Now, I am not an experienced archer. I've probably done a few hundred shots in my life without any supervisor, so it's all self-learned, and I'm probably making a lot of errors. Bear with me, I'm just a hobby guy. But I can hit pretty good with this thing. So this is now ready for shooting. As you see, the release is longer to compensate for the shorter draw. Let off is of course crossbow-like, although 70 pounds of a draw is substantial. Wow, that has power. Alright, we'll now shoot it over the crony. This is a 32-gram arrow, because it's having a very stiff spine, since this is a powerful bow. Let's see how it performs. Okay, so that's 72 meters and 41. The bow has about 84 joule of energy, and this means 62 foot-pounds. That is very substantial for a small bow like that. One of the great advantages of this product is that it's super stiff. I mean, you can really stand on this frame. There's actually no give, no nothing. This is so nice because of this structure here. It's a fantastic bow, and I think it's worth every penny. Although this is delivered in a backpack, $1,279 isn't cheap, certainly not. And in Europe you have to, again, apply the surcharges like the VAT and the shipping cost and. As for cool arrow shooters, you've seen the Verminator a few times before. I even managed to hit a balloon from over 100 meters away. It's a great, accurate shooter. I love it very much, and it's probably the coolest arrow shooter that I have. Nailed it. Anyway, since these are toys legally in Germany, we decided that we also want to bring in some other products, and we now have a prototype of a very, very cool new arrow shooter. Meet the FXAirguns Ranchero arrow. Let me show you its features. The Ranchero has been on the market for some time, but it's normally a pellet shooter, and then this bay is open and not closed with this tube here. So you can put a pellet magazine in here, and of course you have a normal airgun barrel. But this is of course a shorter version of the launch tube that is used for arrows that glide over the barrel, which makes this a legal device in Germany. I'm really amazed about how compact the Swedish guys designed this weapon. Because let's not forget, it's a full PCP airgun with everything that it takes. It has the air tank that's sufficient for about 15-16 shots at full power. Of course you have a match grade trigger. It's really a hair trigger, and you can even adjust it. These arrows are obviously handmade for now, just shortened versions of the full ones, and they glide over the barrel like this, and they're very tight. These really nice commercially available vanes that are attached to it actually have suffered a lot from the high penetration power into the archery mat. You know, enter the archery mat 10 times and they look like this. Anyway, they still work. Shooting the weapon is super easy. You simply put the arrow over it, and you cock the thing, and you're ready for shooting. I'll switch on the red dot sight first. Wow, it really has kick. So one of these arrows now only has about 18 grams in weight. Let's shoot it over the crony and check the energy. Alright, that's 68.13 meters per second. There you have it. So that is almost 42 joules of energy, which translates into about 32 foot-pounds. Not bad for such a small pistol. And of course a lot higher than the 7.5 joule that a normal air gun that is legal in Germany can have. I love this trick with the arrow over the barrel. This is actually shooting so straight, because of course there is no archer's paradox with this kind of launchers, that you can even shoot an unvaned arrow and it flies almost as stable as one with vanes. Alright, I have 4 vaned and 1 unvaned arrow, and I'll try not to cut the scenes so that you can see that it is accurate. And now the unvaned one. Let's look at how we hit. Okay, as you see, I should adjust it a little bit to the right and to the top, but look how tight that group is. Where is our unvaned arrow? It's probably disappeared. Yeah, this is kind of soft now, so it's probably buried in there somewhere. Ah, there it is. As you see, it's not far off, just a little bit to the right and up. As you see, it is still a prototype. I mean, this bay here will be completely closed in the final version, not just plugged with a brass tube. And also it will of course need some time to get it into production. So therefore we don't know prices and availability yet, but I think this is really a cool pistol. And if I really make a tactical shaft for it, maybe with a quiver for reserve arrows and a folding stock, or maybe MP40 style stock on rails, I think it will be even cooler. Anyway, next thing. I know, a very long video today, but there are so many new things that I really wanted to show them to you. Anyway, next thing, remember the Rambini slingshot that I handmade a while ago and said we want to do this as a production model because it's so small and has the advantage of the hand shield? Well, here is the 3D printed prototype. Let me show you its features. Alright, it still has the hand shield, but now the hand shield is actually removable. It's just clipped on like this. So it has slots here and here, and you can just, within a fraction of a second, just clip it in. And then you have your hand protection. So it fits easily in a pocket, like this. But if you want to shoot heavy bands, without nasty hand slaps, you simply clip on the shield. Of course, since this is a compact slingshot and not as bulky as the Rambone, you are not supposed to shoot it in hammer grip, although you can if you want to. This is designed to be shot in the finger and thumb support style, like you would shoot a normal tree fork slingshot, but of course it's way more comfortable than that. A lot of shooters are made that way, and of course it's very short. Actually it fits easily in the palm of your hand, and it's also not too thick, and it shoots really well. Oops. The only problem with every slingshot, when you're using bands that are actually very heavy and so you want to really have high-speed shots, then the bands lash out and come back and hit you on the fingers, which can be nasty, specifically when you're practicing and doing thousands of shots. So for like a dozen shots it's not a problem really. But after 1,000 shots you feel it on the fingers. And a lot of people prefer to not shoot tough bands because of that issue. So they keep the bands light. But then of course also there is no energy in the shot. So if you clip this on, then your fingers are absolutely protected. And the lashing out bands can only hit the surface of the protection shield. You can actually see this nicely in the slow motion. Without the shield, the shot is powerful, but of course you can see that the bands hit my hands. With the shield there is no such problem. So this is a band set that someone sent me a while ago. It's not even one that I've made myself. But it's a nice tapered TheraBand Gold band. Not overly powerful, but well measured for like 8mm, 10mm, 12mm steel balls. You can shoot those at high speed. So let's shoot it over the crony and see what kind of speed a small slingshot like this can achieve. We are starting with this 10mm 40 caliber steel ball. Okay, that was 92 meters 39. Let's do one more. That was 96 meters 36. And that was 95 meters and 57. Not bad. I can guarantee without this, now my hand would be fairly red because these record shots are the worst. Anyway, I'd like to improve a few things before this goes into the tool making. Specifically, I want a little bit more clamping power, since still it can happen that if the impact is too heavy, that it becomes loose. So I think I need a little bit more pre-tension like this, so that it clamps on a little bit harder. Other than that, I love it, and of course it will be nicer in better colors and also with a nicer finish once it's done in injection molding. It will take, I would guess, another 3 months before this can become available, since tool making is a time-intensive procedure. So, a lengthy video, I know. I hope you liked it anyway, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye. And by the way, my shape-up regime really works. As you see, I'm in better shape than at any time within the last 8 years since I uploaded my first video. Feeling great. Maybe you want to join my group on Facebook, link down below.